Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kieran here. Today I'm gonna be doing something a little different to my normal videos. Today I'm gonna be discussing Fairy Tail. I'm gonna be discussing one person in particular, and that is a Mr. Natsu Dragneel. So yeah, I know this is different to my other style of videos where I do like gameplays or anything like that. But today I want to try something different because I want to see how this does, and I want to see if you guys like it, of course, because that's my main thing. I want you guys to like it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you don't want me to keep doing this, but let's get right into it. So today we're going to be discussing about Natsu Dragneel, the protagonist in the anime called Fairy Tail, which of course has helped me gain to what I am today, with you guys of course. So let's discuss Natsu, and let's discuss his personality, his characteristics. So Natsu, of course, at the beginning, let's go to the beginning, the very first episodes we see Natsu. Straight away, when you come out, you see, oh, he's a straightforward person. He cares about friends, cares about family. Definitely is a good fighter. And yeah, he's got so many different personalities and hidden stories about his past that make him interesting character at the beginning, of course. Later on down the line, we see that Natsu joined Fairy Tail after he was apparently raised until about he was 5 or 6 years old by Dragneel, who we later on find out he's actually the Fire Dragon King. So he was raised by Dragneel at such a young age, and then of course one day Dragneel just disappeared, and Natsu was left by his own. And when Natsu was left by his own, he was just roaming around, strolling until he found Fairy Tail, the guild, and he found Makarov, and that's when he decided to join Fairy Tail, meet Grace, Erza, Mira Jane, everyone. And then later on down the line, of course, he met Lucy, who they've gone on a great journey with. So yeah, that's Natsu's upbringing by being raised by a dragon, later on joining a guild, and his guild becomes his family. That's why family is so important to him, because he doesn't want to lose it, just like he lost Dragneel, or so he thought later on down the line. But yeah, Natsu as a person, he doesn't have a strong sense of, let's just say, thinking. He's more like a, you see it, you do it, sort of person. He fights bad guys, of course. He's a good strategy person when he thinks about how to fight an enemy. But of course with normal stuff, he's just, let's just say, he's a little bit stupid on that sort of part. Of course that I'm talking about pre-final season. Later on the final season, that's when he becomes more mature, much more smarter. Not just in battling, but in his normal stuff as well. He becomes more, like I said, mature. But before that, he was, let's just say, kind of stupid. But yeah, later, of course, Natsu as a character, you see him fight many opponents. We see glimpses of his past be revealed to us. But when we go later on down the line, we see that many of these little question marks that we had at the beginning finally being answered. Like, let's take Fairy Tail final season for example. We find out that Zerif is Natsu's brother, and he revived him after he died by a dragon attack. But he didn't just revive him, he turned him into a demon, which of course we know as E.D. Terananos Natsu Dragneel, his ultimate demon, used so that he could defeat Zerif. That's what Zerif created him for, not just because he was his brother, because he wanted to also die. So it was quite interesting to see how Natsu, because at the beginning you don't think anything about that. You just think, okay, he's a protagonist, he's just gonna be fighting people. But with such an interesting past, like how he was a demon and how he was raised by dragons and everything, it starts to make you think, wow, so what else does he have in his past? What else has happened to him? So after he, of course, let's just say when he joined Fairy Tail, went on missions, went on quests, so that he could become stronger as a person. In the fight, let's just say in Fairy Tail final season, most of our questions got answered. So let's say, for example, well, firstly, let's go a step back. Let's go to one arc, which was the Fairy Tail Battle Royale arc, where Laxus pit everyone in Fairy Tail against each other. There was this one scene where apparently, where Freed, which was of course one of the Thunder region, the Jiraijin, say it like that. Apparently, so he freed put a protection spell on the guild, so that only people above a specific age could go out. So that was about like, I'd say I think it was 70 or 80 years old. So yeah, so freed put a magic spell on it so that those people are above it, so like Master could not get out, Master Makara. But then we found out, so when the barrier started, Natsu wanted to get out, we found out that the barrier blocked him. Even though really he looked like 19, 20 years old. The barrier blocked him because the barrier sensed that he wasn't at age, he was above the age requirement to get out. So of course, not much people thought different about that because it was mixing with some funny moments so that it could distract you from it. And then of course Guardian came later on, same thing happened to him. Because Natsu was born 400 years ago. Because his memory of Dragneel was from 400 years ago. From where dragons were everywhere and Aknologia was killing them all. So it's quite interesting to find out later on, so like about 200 episodes later on, we find out about that because find out that Natsu was 400 years old. Because when I was watching it for the first time, I was thinking, okay, so yeah, there's funny moments, I've been thinking about that. But then I was thinking, why is it that the barrier didn't let him go through? Because I was rewatching it a couple of times, just because I had free time. And I was just thinking, yeah, the fuck, if we want to let him go through, what was the reason for that? But then, later on of course, that's when you find out that he is actually over 400 years old. And he came from the future through the gate. Like I said, I won't be going too much into that because I'm just going to discuss Natsu, that's it. But yeah, so they talk time travels, and yeah, it was quite interesting, his past, and of course his future is getting more and more interesting as well. So before I discuss anything about that, I'm just gonna place a spoiler warning here for anyone who has not seen the Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest manga. This is a little bit of a spoiler warning because I'm going to be discussing some parts that are in the manga, and I don't want people who have not seen the manga to get spoiled by them. So right now you could just skip this part of the video if you want, or I don't know, do whatever you feel like. But yeah, I just want to give you a spoiler warning. So yeah, so let's just say in the manga now, it's revealed that actually Dragneel actually had a biological son, and he is a fire dragon god, which is quite interesting because if you think about it that way, that he's technically related to Natsu as a stepbrother of sorts. They're not related by blood, of course, but they're related because they have the same father. But it's just interesting to see that we didn't see Dragneel talk about it whatsoever, or we didn't see Dragneel mention it, or it was not mentioned throughout the whole series. So it is quite interesting to see what Natsu's future holds for him, because it's going to be hard to take down that sort of enemy, because if you've seen the manga, you know what I'm talking about, where there's a water dragon god, wood dragon, and now even a moon dragon god, which are all, I have to admit, very OP. So it'll be interesting to find out how Natsu defeats him and what sort of future he's going to have. So yeah, so his future's got a lot he's got a lot in his future. But Natsu as a character himself, I'll say I'll probably say Natsu is three things. One, he cares about his family, so he definitely does not want anybody in the family to get hurt, or he wants to protect them no matter what. Two, Natsu is, before final season he wasn't as mature as he was, so he was quite immature. But after, of course, final season he became much more mature, and he became much more of a fighter, thinking more, instead of just doing what his body tells him to do. And third, I'd say Natsu is a likable character in the series. Even though he is the main protagonist and he has to be likable in order for the series to do well, as for me, he was definitely like one of my main favourite characters because of the way he fights, the way he thinks, and the way he cares so much about his family, that he doesn't want anything bad to ever happen to him. That's the sort of person that I get, that's the sort of personality I get from Natsu. So that's why, for me, he's my favourite character in Fairy Tail. Of course, I've definitely got some other ones like Grey, Miyajin, Lucy, Elsa. So yeah, trust me, this one's up there, but he's, I'd say, number one in my list. Let me know in the comments below, of course, who is your favourite Fairy Tail member. So yeah, Natsu is definitely Trust me, the way Fairy Tail have done it is they've done more perfect. They've created Natsu as the likable character, a fighter, and let's just say whenever he's versus an enemy, you know he's gonna win as long as he's got his friends with him. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I can say about Natsu Dragneel. Of course, I can't wait for the manga to come out. Can't wait to see more about his stepbrother's past, and yeah, let's just see, of course, how that goes on. But yeah, I think that probably would be the video. I mean, let me know in the comments below, of course, if you want me to see more type of videos like this. I know it's probably mid-short and I probably could do this longer, but let me know in the comments below if you like this type of videos and you want to see more of these. And also, let's try and get this channel to 5k subscribers before the Fairy Tail game drops at the end of this month. That's one of my main goals, of course, to reach 5k subscribers before the Fairy Tail drops, because I'll be definitely playing that game and posting it on my channel, so make sure you keep notifications open for that. And yeah, so make sure you guys drop a like, leave a comment, and make sure tell me in the comments below, of course, who your favourite Fairy Tail member is, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, because trust me, I definitely like to see more videos like this in the future, creating more videos like this. So yeah, thanks for watching, peace out guys.